Ever heard that driving in overdrive all the time saves gas? Or that skipping a transmission fluid change is no big deal? The truth is, many car habits can actually destroy your transmission. These mistakes might seem harmless, but they can lead to costly repairs and even total failure. From ignoring warning lights to towing too much, we're revealing 10 actions that will wreck your transmission. Let's dive in. 1. Skipping regular fluid changes. One of the biggest mistakes you can make for your transmission is skipping fluid changes. Transmission fluid acts as both a lubricant and coolant for the internal parts, preventing friction and overheating. Over time, the fluid breaks down, losing its ability to perform these essential functions. If you neglect to change the fluid, it can lead to buildup, causing your transmission to overheat, slip, or even seize up entirely. Every car manufacturer has recommended intervals for fluid changes, and ignoring them can be a huge risk. In some cases, dirty fluid can lead to poor shifting performance and make the transmission work harder, increasing the wear on internal components. Unfortunately, once the damage is done, it's not something you can fix with just a new fluid change. To avoid expensive repairs, it's crucial to follow your car's maintenance schedule for transmission fluid changes. Make sure to check the fluid level regularly and keep an eye out for signs of contamination. If the fluid turns brown or smells burnt, that's a sign it's time for a change. Your transmission will thank you, and you'll avoid the headache of costly repairs down the road. Neglecting this simple step could ultimately lead to the complete failure of your transmission. 2. Driving in overdrive at low speeds. Using overdrive at low speeds is another mistake that can severely damage your transmission. Overdrive is designed to be used when driving at higher speeds, typically above 50 miles per hour. It allows the engine to run at lower RPMs, improving fuel efficiency and reducing engine strain. However, when you engage overdrive at low speeds, the engine may struggle to find the proper balance, causing unnecessary strain on the transmission. At low speeds, the transmission needs to be in a lower gear to provide adequate power and control. When you're driving in overdrive at these speeds, the transmission has to work harder to maintain proper power delivery, which can lead to overheating and increased wear. This can cause delayed shifting, poor acceleration, and, in the long run, can cause internal damage to the transmission components. The best way to prevent this is by paying attention to your gear selector. If you're driving under 50 miles per hour, it's a good idea to manually shift out of overdrive. If your car does this automatically, you may need to check your transmission fluid levels or have it checked by a professional. Avoiding the overdrive setting at low speeds will save your transmission from unnecessary wear and tear, ultimately extending its lifespan and improving your driving experience. 3. Resting your foot on the brake pedal while driving. It may seem harmless, but resting your foot on the brake pedal while driving can cause serious damage to your transmission. Even if you're not actively braking, lightly pressing the brake pedal can create friction that wears down the brake pads and causes unnecessary heat buildup in the braking system. This constant engagement can also affect the transmission, as the system tries to adjust to the unintentional braking input. When you rest your foot on the brake, the car's transmission has to constantly adjust to the braking pressure, which can lead to premature wear on the components. The transmission is designed to operate smoothly, and when the brake pedal is slightly engaged, it interferes with this process, putting more stress on the system. Over time, this unnecessary strain can cause the transmission to overheat, resulting in shifting problems, erratic acceleration, or even complete transmission failure. To prevent this issue, make sure you keep your foot off the brake pedal when you're not actively braking. Instead, place your foot on the accelerator or let it rest comfortably next to the brake pedal when driving. By keeping your foot off the brake when not in use, you'll help reduce wear on both the brake and transmission systems, improving the overall lifespan and performance of your vehicle. 4. Shifting from drive to reverse. Without coming to a complete stop. Shifting from drive to reverse without fully stopping can cause significant damage to your transmission. While it may seem like a small, harmless mistake, this action puts tremendous strain on the internal components of your transmission. When you shift into reverse while the car is still moving forward, it forces the transmission to abruptly change direction, which can cause the gears to grind and the transmission fluid to heat up. Modern transmissions are designed to shift smoothly when the car is at a complete stop. If you shift without stopping, the internal mechanisms responsible for engaging and disengaging gears aren't given enough time to adjust. This can lead to worn-out clutches, damaged gears, and increased heat buildup, which accelerates the breakdown of the transmission fluid. Over time, this causes the transmission to lose efficiency, leading to costly repairs or a full transmission replacement. To protect your transmission, always come to a complete stop before shifting from drive to reverse. This ensures that the gears can shift smoothly and prevents unnecessary wear and tear on your vehicle's transmission system. It might take a few extra seconds, but taking the time to stop completely will save you from expensive repairs down the road. Being mindful of this simple but critical driving habit is a key step in prolonging the life of your transmission and keeping your car running smoothly. 6. Towing beyond your vehicle's capacity. Towing more weight than your vehicle is designed to handle can seriously damage your transmission, engine, and braking system. Every vehicle has a specific towing capacity that's carefully calculated to ensure that it can handle the stress of pulling a load. Exceeding this limit can lead to overheating, poor performance, and eventual failure of critical components. When you tow beyond the recommended capacity, your engine and transmission are forced to work much harder than they were designed to, leading to excessive strain. The transmission has to work overtime to transfer power to the wheels, and this extra stress can cause the fluid to heat up faster, which increases the risk of a breakdown. The extra weight also puts added pressure on your vehicle's brakes, making it harder to stop, especially on inclines or during emergency situations. Additionally, when towing heavy loads, your vehicle's suspension system and tires are under more stress. If your tires are not rated for the added weight, they could blow out, causing an accident. Over time, the added strain on the engine and transmission can lead to costly repairs, or even worse, complete failure of the transmission. To avoid these issues, always check your vehicle's towing capacity before hooking up a trailer or load. If you're uncertain, consult your owner's manual or speak to a professional. Staying within your vehicle's towing limits will help ensure a smoother, safer driving experience and prevent unnecessary damage to your car's crucial systems. 7. Sudden accelerations and hard braking. Frequent sudden accelerations and hard braking can be a quick path to destroying your transmission. While it may feel like a natural reaction when you're in a rush or trying to dodge traffic, these driving habits put excessive strain on your transmission and other key components of your car. When you accelerate abruptly, the sudden increase in power demands on the engine forces the transmission to shift faster than it's designed for. This causes the gears to grind and the fluid to heat up, which can eventually lead to internal damage or even complete failure of the transmission. Repeated hard accelerations wear down components like the clutch plates and torque converter, resulting in sluggish shifting or slipping gears. Similarly, hard braking puts immense pressure on your vehicle's braking system and transmission. The sudden stop means your transmission has to quickly shift into a lower gear to slow down, forcing the system to work harder than necessary. Over time, this constant back and forth of aggressive acceleration and braking creates excessive heat and wear in the transmission, leading to breakdowns and costly repairs. Smooth driving habits are key to prolonging the life of your transmission. Gradual accelerations and gentle braking allow your car's systems to function more efficiently, preventing unnecessary stress and ensuring long-term performance. Avoiding the temptation to rev it up or slam on the brakes will not only protect your transmission, but will also improve fuel efficiency and overall safety on the road. 8. Neglecting to warm up your engine. We've all been guilty of hopping in the car and driving off immediately, especially when we're in a rush. But neglecting to warm up your engine can lead to serious damage over time. When you start your car, the oil inside your engine is cold and thick, which means it can't circulate properly to lubricate the internal components right away. If you drive aggressively before the engine has had a chance to warm up, the metal parts inside can rub together, causing excessive wear and tear on the engine and transmission. Engines are designed to reach an optimal temperature for performance, and when they operate too cold, they can suffer from issues like increased friction and reduced efficiency. While modern engines don't require a long warm-up time, Giving your car a minute or two to idle, especially on colder days, allows the engine oil to circulate fully and properly lubricate the engine. This small habit can help extend the life of your engine and prevent unnecessary damage. Additionally, not warming up your engine before driving in cold weather can lead to poor fuel economy, as the engine has to work harder to reach the proper operating temperature. So, take an extra moment in the morning to let your car idle before you take off. It might just save you from costly repairs down the road and keep your engine running smoothly for much longer. 9. Using the wrong type of transmission fluid. Your transmission is one of the most critical components of your car, and using the wrong type of transmission fluid can cause irreversible damage. Each vehicle requires a specific type of fluid designed for its particular transmission system, whether automatic, manual, or CVT. Using the wrong fluid can affect the lubrication, cooling, and overall performance of your transmission. Transmission fluid is responsible for ensuring smooth shifting, protecting against friction, and keeping the transmission cool. If the fluid is too thin or thick, or if it lacks the necessary additives, it can cause the transmission to overheat, resulting in slipping gears, erratic shifting, or even complete transmission failure. In some cases, the wrong fluid can lead to internal damage, which can be costly to repair or replace. It's crucial to always follow the manufacturer's recommendations for transmission fluid type, and to never mix different fluids unless explicitly stated. The color, viscosity, and additives in each type of fluid are specifically designed to meet the demands of your vehicle's transmission. If you're unsure which fluid to use, consult your owner's manual or ask a professional mechanic to ensure you're using the right product for your car. Taking the time to choose the correct transmission fluid might seem like a small detail, but it can save you from major issues down the line. Regularly checking your fluid levels and using the correct fluid will help keep your transmission running smoothly and extend its lifespan. 10. Driving in the wrong gear, manual transmissions. If you drive a manual transmission, you know that shifting gears properly is key to maintaining smooth driving and protecting your car. However, constantly driving in the wrong gear, whether too high or too low, can quickly destroy your transmission. When you drive in too high a gear for your speed, the engine works too hard, which can cause it to stall or lead to unnecessary wear on the engine. On the other hand, driving in too low a gear at high speeds puts excessive strain on the engine and the transmission, potentially leading to overheating and damage. It's important to match the gear to the vehicle's speed and engine revolutions per minute, RPM, to ensure optimal performance. Shifting too early or too late also impacts fuel efficiency. Shifting too soon doesn't allow the engine to rev high enough, which can result in stalling or sluggish acceleration. If you wait too long to shift, the engine revs too high, causing unnecessary stress and possibly damaging the engine or transmission. To keep your car running smoothly, always make sure to shift at the right time and avoid staying in the wrong gear for prolonged periods. Learn the ideal RPM range for your car and be mindful of when to shift up or down. Taking care to shift properly will prevent costly transmission issues and keep your driving experience smooth and efficient. Taking care of your transmission is essential for the long-term health of your vehicle. By avoiding these common driving habits, you can save yourself from costly repairs and ensure smoother performance for years to come. It's all about being mindful of how you treat your car while driving and maintaining proper fluid levels and shifting techniques. If you've been guilty of any of these mistakes, don't worry. Now you know what to watch out for. Let us know in the comments if you've made any of these errors or have other tips for transmission care. Be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more helpful car hacks. Thanks for tuning in, and drive safe.